أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما آمين يا رب العالمين. Welcome to a study of Balaghah. We have started with البيان. Today inshallah we are going to continue with a tashbih, and in at-tashbih, we are today, inshallah, we'll do at-tashbih ad-dimni. So at-tashbih ad-dimni, that is, we can call it as implied simile as well. So what is an implied simile? An implied simile, we can say, occurs when the basic structure of a simile, that is, we know that what are the four main components, the mushabba bihi, wajhu shabah, adatut tashbih, that this is the basic structure of the simile, is not explicitly stated in a sentence. Like we have done this, and when we were doing a tashbih al mufrad, when we saw that when the adatu tashbih and the wajh shabah was not mentioned, and there was only the mushabah and mushabah bihi, and we call it the tashbih al baligh. So inshallah we'll see that when there is a pictorial or vivid representation of any you can say mushabah, but in a sense that there is um, the you can say that the basic structure of the simile is not followed. So instead, we can say the comparison is like subtly like embedded within the speech, requiring the deeper thought to recognize the resemblance. So we'll see that how it is quite indirect tashbih. So here, when we cannot see the basic sentence structure, we have this implied tajbih. We can call it dimni, and it include or to it. We can say it means to imply or to contain within. So this simile is implied with the speech without there being the clear signs of its pillars. So unlike a direct simile where the comparison is clearly stated with the words like ka, like a missile, like muscle, and we have done other tools of tashbih as well. So an implied simile does not have an obvious structure. Instead, the similarity is understood from the context, making the expression more eloquent and more engaging. So as I told you, the word dimini comes from this comes from diman, means to contain or to include, meaning that the comparison is like incorporated within a sentence rather than being openly stated. So here we are going to see the examples for a dimni. We have this first example. Man yahun hulil hawanu alayhi ma li jurhin bimayatin ilamu. So here, the one who is accustomed to humiliation, it is easy for him to handle it, and harming the dead does not hurt the deceased. So here we see the two statements. So here in this example, we see that the one who is being accustomed to humiliation, it is easy for him to handle it. Harming the dead does not hurt the deceased. So we have, like mentioned here, there are two separate statements. A person who has gotten used to humiliation no longer finds it painful, and the other one, the dead person, does not feel harm when injured. So like the this is very intense tashbih that we are going to look at. So at first glance, there is no, we can say there is no explicit comparison between these two ideas, because there is no typical simile like marker such as missile, like or ta'anna in it. So, how is this an implied simile? When we are going to reflect on the meaning, we will recognize that the two ideas are like implicitly compared. Like just as a dead person feels no pain, a person accustomed, like he's so used to humiliation, is no longer going to feel hurt or feels hurt by those insults. So this similarity is not stated directly, but it is understood through logical connection. And we can say that why is this an affected literally device? So why this kind of simile is used? So we can we see here the depth and eloquence instead of a direct comparison. uh, we can say the speaker or just allows the reader to discover the connection, making it more engaging. It wants us to reflect like how these two sentences are connected. Like it has a stronger impact. The indirect nature of the comparison makes the idea more profound and more, we can say, the thought provoking. And this is what makes tashbih ad-dimni, this implied simile, different from a regular simile. Instead of stating the similarity outright, it is embedded with the meaning, embedded with the meaning, and requires reflection to uncover, we can say. So this is, there is nothing in the sentence to show that these two things are being compared to each other, but but we know that the deceased one, when he's got a he is made hurt, like he is not going to feel anything. And then this same goes to for the one who is like used to being insulted and humiliated. So this simile requires more pondering, more reflection, and it wants us to like think about why these two sentences are um, shared together. So this is a tashbih adimni, and we can say it is the implied tashbih. Then we have another example here of tashbih adimni. This is قد يشيب الفتى وليس عجيبا أن يرى النور في القضيب. Here, fi kadibir ratibi. So here it is possible, or perhaps a young boy can become grey-headed, and it is not strange for a flower to be seen prematurely on a fresh stem. So here again we have two statements: one about a young boy becoming grey-headed, قد يشيب الفتى وليس عجيبا, وليس عجيبا, and the other about a flower prematurely growing on a fresh stem. أن يرى النور في Al-Kadib al-Ratibi. So here there is nothing in the sentence to show that these two things are being compared to each other. Like there is no other tashbih, like there is no wajh shabha. But so perhaps a young boy can become gray-headed is compared with, it is not strange for a flower to be seen prematurely on a fresh stem. We have these totally, completely different statements. So, at the we can say at a first glance, there is no explicit comparison between these two ideas because there is no typical simile marker such as misal or kaanna or ka. So, how this is an implied simile? When we are going to see, when we are going to reflect on the meaning, we recognize that the two ideas are implicitly compared, just as a flower blooming prematurely on a fresh stem is unexpected but natural. A young boy getting gray hair early is also unexpected but possible. We know that there are so many reasons, like this is so common these days, having gray hair, because there are so many reasons. Like a lot, the kids nowadays use different um, shampoos and they use sprays that damage their hair. So there are likely many examples which make hair gray. So this is an unexpected, but there is a possibility. So this simile is not stated directly, but it is understood through logical connection. And why is this type of tajbih is effective? Like it is giving us depth. It is giving us eloquence, and instead of direct comparison, this allows us to discover the connection, making it more engaging, making having a stronger impact. The indirect nature of this tashbih, a dimni, makes the idea more profound and needs more tadabbur. And this is the implied simile. Like it is different from a regular simile. Instead of stating the similarity, it is giving us like things to compare and which are not shown visible, and they need reflection to uncover. So this is a tashbih, a dimni, and this is such a powerful you can say example for tashbih ad-dimni. So alhamdulillah, we are done with these two types, dimni, tashbih ad-dimni, and this tashbih tamsili. Alhamdulillah, we are about to complete ilm al-bayan. In the next session we are going to see more about tashbih, and I'll see you in the next session then. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن العظيم ونفعني وإياكم بما فيه من الآيات وذكر الحكيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.